Well, previously we mentioned the strings, right? So now let's do some fun with the strings. Let's find out the length of the string. Let's convert the strings into capital letters, and also let's convert the strings into small letters. Not only this, but also we can completely convert the strings into reverse format, and also we can combine both strings. We can modify strings. So let's look all those operations here. So right now I'm going to mention string 0. String 0 is equals to, I'm going to assign a value which is known as Abhi Anna. So that's it. And then let's do one thing. Let's take this puts for the purpose of representing str0 and dot. Right now I'm gonna find out the size, right? Size, and then not only size but also with the help of using length also we can find out str0, right? Okay, sorry, 0 George, and then let's mention length. So now let's run it. Hopefully we'll get two outputs. We got two outputs as 9 and 9, so that's how we perform length. And now let's also do another stuff here. Puts str0, and now let's reverse. Okay, before reversing, you we can let's do these sort of things. Upcase, and then let's also do another stuff which is known as downcase. Okay, okay. Oh, yeah. let's let's mention another new string is equals to str1 is equals to um, I'm going to mention all this amu. Okay, and then let's do this particular way. um, Puts str1, right, one dot lowercase. So for that, okay, just a second. Yeah, I can't able to understand, I can't able to watch these things. So now we had mentioned the uppercase, and then we need to mention the lowercase, right? For that particular purpose, what we need to mention is we need to mention simply a function of its downcase. That's it. So downcase, that's it. And now let's try to run all these short things here. Okay, it's taking some time. Yeah, 9 9. I think you can understand these both things. 9 and 9, and then we had assigned the value which is known as abhi and we had mentioned upcase. For that particular purpose, what actually happened, all those letters had been converted into upcase, and then we had assigned amu, akka. These are all the uppercase letters, right? And those all letters had been converted into the lowercase. So that's how we can perform, and then also let's we can also do this in this particular way. Puts str0 comma str, okay, str1 and dot, and then we can also actually reverse this actually with the help of using reve so that's how. Now let's run. Hopefully we will get a proper output. Yeah, here if you're able to look, okay, here the values have been reversed, right? Yeah, here a m u, all these values have been printed in a reverse format, and then a n a, and yeah, all these values have been in a reverse way. So that's how we can reverse with the help of using reverse thing. If you want to reverse individually also, you can reverse it. Let's take all this stuff and let's do it from the beginning. Okay, let's mention str4 is equals to a r, okay, no, rta, something just like that. Okay, I'm gonna mention all this sort of things here. Okay, so okay, and then let's use puts str4 dot reverse simply, and now let's run it actually. So what exactly happens, all these values will get printed in the reverse format. So yeah, here now it is clear when compared to the previous one, so that's why I mentioned another one. So these are all the things which you can perform, and also we can add two strings. For the purpose of adding two strings, what you need to do, I'm going to mention better what sort of things we need to do. I'm going to mention that for the purpose of adding, okay, before adding, let's look whether it is let's compare both the things. For example, let's assign a value which is known as str. Let's mention 9 is equals to, I'm going to mention a value which is known as, let's continue. Let's do something b, so that you, and then let's perform these sort of things here. Put str, okay, str, we need to mention 9, right? 9 dot include, and then let's use, okay, just a second. And then let's mention these sort of things here. Maybe, no, now let's run it. See, basically, now we'll get a value which is known as true. Yeah. Why we got the true? Because we are actually, what can I say? We are actually, I mean, those words, yeah, rectifying. Yeah, we are actually rectifying that this value is true or not. And then we are given a value which is known as b, and we are comparing this value with this particular value, and finally we got that it's true. See, basically, let's do it in another way. Puts dot st, let's make sure that the same string which is known as 9, and then let's do this in this particular way. Okay, just a second. Include, and let's mention this question mark. Question mark indicates is this true or not. It is asking a question, and now let's mention this abhi a, and I'm going to give capital letter now, n. You know what exactly happens? We'll get a value which is known as false, because if you observe here the n word is actually a capital, and the values which you are assigned here, all of them are small. So when compared this in this particular format with that particular format, then we'll get a value which is known as false, because both the values are not similar, right? So that's the thing we need to remember here. And then this is about okay, just take all these values. Okay, and then let's do some other sort of things which is known as concatenation. So concatenation is nothing but adding. So simply we can add with the help of using puts hey, okay, before and after we need to mention the strings, right? Hey, okay, yeah, hey, and then again how, and then again, okay, are you, okay. Now let's try to run it. So what exactly happens? All these values will get collaborated and printed together. Hey, how are you? So that's how. And then let's do another one more thing. We can also do this in this particular format with the help of using the plus symbol. Hey, and then let's mention the plus here, plus, and then how. So now let's try to run it again. So even those values have been also collaborated. Hey, how, and then we can also do this another particular way. I'm going to mention whether or what all the particular ways which you can do collaboration. This thing is going to be somewhat complicated compared to the previous things. Hey, and then you need to mention dot concat, that's it. And then next you can mention how. Now let's try to run it, and finally let's wait for the output. So here we got the output, hey, how, with the help of using this dot concat. So that's how we can concatenate, and up to now everything is fine, right? So now let's do something which is really complicated. str, I'm going to give 6 is equals to, I'm going to give a high, I'm going to tell whether what is this, and at the end let's mention puts, and then let's give str6, let's modify, and then now str6, okay, just a second. Okay, str, we need to also look at the monitor. Without looking at the monitor we will get an comparative address. str6 is equals to str6, and then now let's use the symbols, and then let's abha on yeah, option everything is fine right now. Let's try to, okay, just a second. Now let's try to put str6. Now let's run it, and yeah, it's modified. So that's how yeah uh, yeah, that's how you modify a string. I mean, that's how you modify values. Okay, now let's do one thing. Now let's freeze it with the help of using str. Previously we mentioned 6, right? 6 dot. Let's mention freez. In the sense freeze. Freeze. I mean freeze in the sense it's just like a striking. Okay. Now let's do one thing. Now str6. Let's try to modify this again. Is equals to str. Okay. Let's take six, and then let's do this. How are you are now? So yeah, now let's run it again. See, we got an error. See what exactly they are saying. Please stop first. Your program is already running. Please stop first, and then see basically what they had been what they had been represented is cannot modify frozen string in the sense after mentioning a freeze you cannot modify it. So that's how we work with the freeze here. And then now let's look at other thing. Now let's compare and let's rectify whether that is true or false. Previously we had rectified, but that is something which is very different when compared with this. This is going to be quite easy for that particular purpose puts, and then I'm going to say that abi, and then I'm going to use this both is equals to, and then yeah, again abi. So now what exactly happens? Now we'll get a value which is known as true. So we got a true because both the values are similar, right? So now let's do this in another way. Okay, puts, and then let's mention the same thing abhi, and then let's give is equals to. Let's mention my name, Shashank. So now we will get a false. So that's how, yeah, we're waiting for the false. Okay, so that's how we can compare both the things here.